Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the DRMC January 2026 Gold Speed Tournament semifinal Sunday. A lot of great Dr. Mario has been played, but we have narrowed it down to four of the best so far to start off our seventh season of Dr. Mario on the speed side. We kick things off with Adelito and Luke, and then coming a little bit later, Influx and Archer Lewis. And then we will have ourselves a final here. I'm joined by Ook, and Ook, Luke's a very good player. I mean, he had a heck of a run at DRMC Cincinnati, and really is showing here that he's still one of those elite players.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the interesting thing is I was looking at some stats earlier, is that Luke has just duplicated his run from the last monthly, which was in October, as the fourth seed. The only difference is that who he played in round one last time. It was against his dad. This time, it was, I had it pulled up and completely let it go. But you know, in round two, he beat Packy 2-1. I mean, it's practically the same thing. And now he's facing a one seed in Adelito, who is 23-6 in this level block. So it's a tall order, but it's definitely something Luke can handle.
Definitely looking forward to this. We're just waiting on readies and countdowns. Uh, Competed against his dad and was victorious. Slay. If you want the real definition of beat, anything else like that, well, yeah.
And just to let everybody know, we've got our wonderful restreamer, the Dave, up in his home where they are just now getting some freezing rain. So there's the slightest chance that this winter weather will affect the stream. If it does, we will have some contingency plans. I don't know what anybody's talking about. It's in the 80s here. I'm fine. But they are going.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the bitter cold here in the Midwest. Both players off to a great start here with some good clears on Adelito on his left side, working really just focusing that left and the center board. Not a lot to play on that right side so far. Meanwhile, for Luke, Luke's just digging down here. He is down by about four. Doesn't have a lot of place for yellow here early, Luke.
Yeah, and misdropping that one in column seven, not what he wanted to do. You saw the immediate reaction to it, but he's finding his way through. As you say, he's just a little bit down. In fact, has managed to tie things up, and great use of that double red, tucking it under, getting everything cleared out in an efficient manner is Luke. But he is now facing a four virus deficit as Adelito just storming right ahead.
Yeah, Adelito down to 16 and only has four viruses on those bottom two rows. So you would think he'd probably want to think horizontal to clear those out just to eliminate a little bit of drop time. But he's got a lot of garbage up on the top line of his board. This has allowed Luke to get a little bit closer here. He's got a double horizontal on the bottom of his board. He's got a ton of horizontals wherever he wants. He's going to take one right there up in row five and then down to row one and then setting himself up for another horizontal. It's very close here as we get to the end of level 10.
Yeah, and I've been watching Adelito just tear through this bottom side of his board. As you said, a lot of garbage on top, but that freed up a lot of space for horizontals as he's at about a 143, 144. Luke just a few seconds behind. And we can already see Adelito setting up for, there it is, big cross into a drop. That is his bread and butter. As Luke also making some versus plays. I'm not 100% certain what I'm seeing here, but I gotta feel like there are plans going on. This double blue may set at least one of them off.
Oh,
There it is.
wow.
Yeah, I knew there was something. I just couldn't see it.
As soon as you saw the one row cascade down, you knew there was going to be a big combo there for Luke. It is a five virus advantage for Adelito as Luke is using garbage just to keep things a little bit even on his board here. This double blue going to go in column 8 for an easy side sweet tea there. Getting himself down to 30 here, but Adelito starting to pull away here, needing some red help. Not a lot of red for him so far, but he's making things work, keeping that board open, keeping options open, getting himself a fat log right in the center of the board.
Yeah, and you can see he doesn't have a lot of use for blues. In fact, just completely doesn't even bother with some blues because he's got these two horizontal paired up. Now everything is paired up in doubles. Just needs 3 reds, and he will be finishing this one out. Luke still with 19 left. Going to take a big chunk out of the board right there, but is definitely behind the 8 ball as Adelito jumps into level 12.
Yeah, and Luke's got some good plays here. He's just not getting the RNG he needs, but he is going to get himself a nice combo to get everything evened out, and has some really good plays. He's got himself for a good horizontal setup along row number 2. Gets himself another clear. He is down to 6 viruses here, but Adelito just continuing to dig into his 12 here, already down to 39 here, as we are about 3 minutes 45 seconds into this first crown.
Yeah, and at this with this time, it's not what you would expect to see somebody losing right now. Luke's out sub 4 into his level 12. That's 2 minutes a level at this level block. That's perfectly reasonable. It's just Adelito is storming ahead now. 17 viruses is the difference. And it's about to be a little more as Adelito gets a big drop combo there. You can't stop looking at one player or the other because then you're just going to completely miss all these insane setups.
That's why calling these is a bit of a challenge, but we rise up to it. 21 viruses to 36 for Luke. Luke just trying to find some momentum here. This double red's going to be massive. He's going to get himself a ton of viruses off the board, getting himself down to within 14 here. It is a big chase down. And as a reminder, these players are playing levels 10 to 13 here in the semifinals. It is now a best of 5. And then the winner will go on to the final to face the winner of Influx and Archer Lewis. It is 12 to 23 here as Luke is just trying to get some sort of momentum going here. But it seems like the story of his game, Luke, is he's got 2 colors, but getting the third and then just not getting what he needs for it.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty fair assessment. Although it's not been an easy road for Adelito, who is just now getting access to what he needs. He just needs one more red, and he'll finish this board out in a little bit of flair, out at a 524. And yeah, Luke only 11 viruses behind, but we know that these end games can sometimes take a little bit of time, especially if he gets too much blue. But oh, great pill there for him to get him deeper into this board and to just within 3 of finishing it.
Adelito is holding on to a big lead here, going to get himself another big combo, getting him down to 43 here. He's just taking this board out in just big chunks. Got himself a setup here for the center of his board, looking for some yellow, and he's just going to cut the garbage down and get whatever clears he can, and then gets himself a 1-pill double and a second 1-pill double as Adelito continues to burn through his 13.
The pill difference was 17 at the start of the level, so that is our full chase down. But look at this combo that Luke has dropped down, setting up everything over on that right hand side, and getting himself to within a dozen. That is just really heads up play. Although looking over at Adelito's board, he is pretty deep into this board, and honestly, it's gonna take some pretty bad misdrops for him to not win this one, I think.
Or just a complete lack of red, because there's a lot of red remaining on that board. But it looks like Adelito is going to work on a horizontal setup here to get everything dropped down. Oh, that double red came a little late for him, but he is going to work around it here and get himself a good clear underneath to prevent drop time. And we know Adelito likes to just minimize that. It's why he's such a quick player. And Adelito is going to combo it out at a 7-minute 10-second mark, which is massive here as Adelito takes crown number 1.
Yeah, that would be a good time in the 8 to 11 block. It's what are you gonna do? 710 was it? That is number 14 on the all-time list. Tying
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Adelito, of course. All right.
All
GG's
right.
and already they've got their readies in. Neither player wants to have time to get cold. They know this is a big one.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and pills. as these players off to a start here. Luke's going to get himself some pretty good early RNG here to get himself a good combo. Meanwhile, Adelito looking for a horizontal red, and he is going to get it and then turns it into a big combo, already trying to pull away and take a lead early here.
Yeah, but Luke keeping it tied up despite really not getting some good early pills. It's you can see that garbage over in column two. That was just kind of the only place he could put that red. It, it's not been bad. It's just not been great. And you'll take any advantage you can get against a player like Adelito, and Luke not getting any of those advantages directly from the doctor. It's going to have to be 100% skill if this particular seed, the level of this seed is any indication.
Absolutely, and as you see, Adelito is again just torching this board, and you've got to play with just a little bit of extra speed, a little bit of extra risk when you play against Adelito. Otherwise, he's just going to leave you behind here, and that's what we're seeing early here. It's 14 viruses, which is just absolutely unprecedented. You don't see double-digit virus leads all that often coming out of the first level, but Adelito at a sub 120, holding on to a big lead over Luke here in the second crown.
Yeah, it's tough, and Luke's playing about as well as you can with this board. Looks like he's got some horizontal setups. The blues at the bottom he wants to take out horizontally. Ends up having to eat one pill half of that blue. So just not been, like I said, it's not been good RNG for him. But now the real issue is just lack of yellow. So once the board kind of gives him what he needs, then he'll be able to pull this off. But right now, it's just not happening for him.
It's also that bottom row. There's doubles horizontally of each of the colors, and when you're in a situation like that, you have to pick one of them to go vertically. And it looks like we just weren't able to do that until a little bit too late. So that's something that hampers you down to. You don't want to have just a bottom row full of viruses. That makes that end game planning a little bit more difficult. But we're seeing here a good setup by Luke. I think he wants to take potentially vertically this red. He's kind of dancing around it here. And he is going to take it vertically. He wanted to combo out at a 244. Rough start on that 10, but he could bounce back here. But it is a 30 virus chase down in the second level, Luke.
Yeah, and not the 11 that you want to see either. I mean, there's no red on the top line. He's gotten red in every pill half so far, and everything is just coming up just next to enough. That was a great combo, though, just to try to get himself back into this one. It's going to be a tough road for Luke as Adelito down to just 6 viruses left in this level 11 and facing a similar thing to what Luke had, but this one was just a single linchpin. He's out at a 320, so what is that, a minute 40 on each level? That's
insane.
yeah.
He's already 200 seconds into his match here. 50 in level 12 for Adelito, 27 in 11 for Luke here, as this is starting to turn into a bit of a runaway. But Luke continuing to just pull things through here, but just needing that red. He's going to get himself a drop fat log. He's going to turn it into another blue clear, getting himself down to 21. Excellent combo there by Luke. But when you have such a rough 10, from a morale standpoint, it's really hard to press yourself on, knowing against a player like Adelito, you're probably already in the doghouse.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a lot of this has not been on him. The Luke has been playing, like I said a couple of times already, about as well as you can with the RNG he's been getting. It's just been a particularly rough one. And sometimes the doctor do be like that. It doesn't take away from the quality of play that Adelito is putting out there, as I think we're looking at another potential hot time on his end, but it certainly isn't the way it's not the way anybody wants to see this go.
Absolutely. Good combo here by Adelito, and he's down to his final dozen on 12. Meanwhile, Luke just really looking to knock it lapped here. He's got himself a good end game setup, just needing one more red. Is the doctor going to give it to him? He will. Luke out at 5 minutes flat here, just preventing himself from getting lapped here. It is a 48 virus chase down going into 12. And as I say that, Adelito into 13 at just over 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it's not a bad 13 to start, as we can see a quad on the top of the board. I don't think yeah, he's gonna go for it. He's gonna get greedy. It's fine. It's what he does. That's it's just what it's the best thing you can get is a really good top line like that. Although right now he's not looking at a lot of color diversity on this top of the board. There's no access to red. He's just kind of having to make his diversity where he can.
Look at this combo by Luke. Wow, big play there, getting himself a ton of viruses off the board and cleaning things up. Sorry to interrupt there, but I just saw that and I had to call it.
Absolutely, and it's actually it does draw the attention in the right direction because I've been keeping an eye on Adelito, but Luke has been slowly finding his way back into this. It at this point, the concern is don't get lapped, and he's doing more than just that. So some interesting plays from Adelito. Okay, yeah, they're okay, yeah. It's all I can say. It's all I can say. Looking at some of the stuff he's got planned, he's it's just there.
Some great combos by both players here as Luke trying to get into 13 here. Uh, great, great slant log there by Luke. He's got himself another good combo setup if he wants it, and he is going to take it, getting himself down to 9 viruses and going to get himself a nice drop combo as well. Down to his final 5, and he is just getting closer and closer to the end here. 10 viruses to go for Adelito here on 13. Again, Luke just hoping he doesn't get lapped. Good combo. Now it's free and clear for Luke here. Just hoping to get into 13, but it won't happen at a 7:08. Adelito beating his previous round time and taking an early 2-0 lead.
That is the new number 11 top time. He'll hold that one all by himself, as we've had a 7:07, a 7:06, a 7:09, and a 7:10, but not a 7:08. So GG's to both players as wow. Alito putting on a clinic there.
And as a reminder, if you want to join the clinic, you can always join our free play Thursday nights where we do races on speed in our Discord. You can do ! Discord in the Twitch chat. And if you're on YouTube, I believe we have a link to our Discord in our profile description. So appreciate you and come join us. You can learn from some of the best and in one of the most welcoming esports communities on the planet. We look forward to seeing you.
So, both players saying that those times are faster than any of their practice runs. I believe it. It's 3-2-1 pills, and with 2 crowns to none, Adelito trying to take the sweep here. Luke trying to avoid it. And what do you think of these top of the boards there, JV?
I think they're both pretty solid so far, kind of similar in build. I like this combo from Luke here, and I think if I'm Luke, I have to play super aggressively here. I'm down 0-2. This is my tournament life here, and Adelito's just been smoking me. I gotta get in there, and I gotta give myself a chance. So we'll see what Luke does here, but good early start here from both players. It's a 1 virus game.
Yeah, there's a kind of a doctrine in some games that you just let your opponent make their own mistakes. And for a lot of games, that is a very real thing. It's not when you're playing Atletico. The
No.
chances of that happening are pretty slim. And so, yeah, I think you're right. Just going full aggression is kind of the only way to go here. As Luke looking for a yellow blue to make or sorry, Adelito looking for yellow blue to make a huge combo. Luke staying with him and makes a big combo of his own. Now just trying to get to the bottom of this level 10.
Both players at a dozen viruses here. Luke's looking for some yellow to support his end game. Adelito looking for anything to support his end game. He's going to get himself a T. Bam, down to 7 viruses. And Luke is hoping to get that right side cleared down and the left side. A blue-red would be huge for him, so he can get himself going on that left side. He is down to 9, down to 4 for Adelito. Adelito now down to his final 3 and is going to get out first, out at a 157. And Luke not far behind. Love this just chain combo right along the bottom of the board, putting him down to 4 viruses. But this is a tough end game when you're in a Spire like this, Ook.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Luke just be an absolute boss at versus, and that was a very versus play. He's out at a 218. That column 8, we talk about it all the time. Columns 1 and 8 can be just death to people if they wait too long to tackle them. And we see there it was giving Luke a little bit of trouble there. He's going to doesn't get the swim. Not really a swim, but didn't get the tuck the way he wants it.
More of a dog paddle there.
Yeah.
But a good comeback here by Luke. Not really needing a ton of yellow at the moment. It's going to need to drill the board down here. I like what he's doing. He's going to drill that garbage down, get himself a couple more viruses off the board. And you've got to make big plays like that when you're going up against Adelito. And Luke turning it on here in game number 3.
But it's still a 10 virus lead for Adelito as he's setting up another combo here. Gonna take a horizontal. I'd call him competing plans if I didn't know better with these horizontals. Looks like no, he's just planning on doing 2 separate horizontals at 2 different times. And yeah, it's that kind of planning that he does that nobody else does quite like he does. And,
Absolutely.
13 virus lead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, Adelito's planning is just bar none. Look at this play by Adelito. I think he wanted a little bit more on that for that double horizontal. Didn't quite get it in row 3, so he's going to have to work things around here, and he's just going to go, looks like left to right on his board, and he's going to get himself the double horizontal clear, and then clears out the yellow garbage. It is free and clear with these final 2 reds, and it is going to be just a little past 4 minutes, and that means we are looking at another hot time potentially here from Adelito as he is into 12 first.
Yeah, but not by much. Luke is storming ahead out of this one, and honestly, is in a pretty good place. He was over a dozen viruses behind before, and managed to be about 10 or 11 behind whenever the level ended. And he was in a really good spot. Had a little struggle with the end game, not nearly the struggle he's got at the top of this board. Why, game? Why do you do this to us? No red on the top line. He gets 2 pills with red on it. Manages to use one of them. Is going to have to burn the other. It's just cruelty. It is absolute malpractice, and I think he should sue. The Canadian system is supposed to be better than this.
Yeah, there's supposed to be some socialized RNG here, and we're just not seeing it. It is 29 to 34 here as Luke is keeping this close now, really having himself a heck of a go here. And Adelito having a rare struggle on his board right now. But he is starting to pull away here, and there's a big combo. He's going to make it a 10 virus game with just a couple of quick plays. And Luke is going to need some help here to get himself competitive. He's just been getting real close, and Adelito's just been pulling the rubber band away and getting himself back into a big lead here. 23 to 12 here as we are about 5 minutes, 40 seconds into this third crown.
Yep, and we're not too far away from the final level here as it is 9, now 18 over on Luke's side. And, great drop there from Adelito. Now Luke's going to get a good drop himself. The combination of horizontals and verticals, it's just a great thing to see with the level of plays that we've got now. These players finding fun and interesting ways to do everything. Is Adelito now into his level 13, and Luke going to be just a touch behind him.
Luke's got himself a pretty good end game here. Going to get himself a horizontal off of row 2. and then has horizontal set up the rest of the way. I love that undertuck. That gives him the yellow that he can get for that horizontal clear, and he is out at a 634. He's going to have a chase down of about 16 viruses, but this is the closest we've seen Luke the entire match.
Yeah, and that in this level block, that's what you gotta do is just stay close and just hope that you get a decent board with some good RNG. This is far from over. There's still 30 viruses left for Adelito, 45 for Luke. So, I mean, there's still options here. They're running out, but he's still got a chance. He just has to keep his head up and play cleanly.
Absolutely. And it's 20 viruses to go here for Adelito. He's going to get this double blue. He's going to lay it down flat, get himself a big combo. This is how Adelito operates, just trying to get those big combo setups. And he just always knows when they're coming. It is 10 viruses to go here for Adelito, now down to single digits. He's going to drop himself that blue down to set up for a horizontal in row number 1, and now needing any sort of red, and he can get himself in a good way here, although he might be blocking that last horizontal, and he is going to tuck a red in there, or a blue in there, just to get himself going, and the big cluster, and he is going to have to dig himself out here. It is a 31 virus chase down for Luke, unfortunately, and Adelito is just looking to find a way out here, and I think he's just going to cut around, and there it is, boom. He is going to take crown number 3 at an 803.
Yeah, slowest time he has had this entire level block by almost a minute, yeah, nearly a minute. That's insane. So GG's to Adelito and to Luke. That was a fun set of matches, but we've got some more fun coming right up. So stick around. You're watching the DRMC.
Hey, welcome back to the DRMC 2026 January Gold Semifinals. My name is John Depp Flindo. I've got Sergeant Saros in the booth with me, and here on your screens we have our number 2 seed Influx versus our number 6 seed Archer Lewis, who is making a debut here on Sunday. This is the first ever Sunday that Archer's been here. And Sarge, these two players have a little bit of a history. Why don't you tell us about it?
Before I do want to say welcome to Sunday, Archer Lewis. This is always a very big occasion when somebody has their first, so congratulations on that. But yes, these pairing have faced each other 3 times in the past. Influx has won all of them, but Archer is on quite a tear this month, and this could be the month when he finally unseats Influx and actually makes it to his first final, which would be absolutely amazing if that happens.
Yeah, that would be absolutely crazy. Come in here, getting your first Sunday appearance, getting to your first finals. We've seen it before. We could certainly see it again, but for Archer Lewis, it's definitely going to be an uphill battle. Influx leading the series 3-0. Influx has won this tournament multiple times. He's won December multiple times. But Archer's been on a hot streak as we have our 3-1 pills, and I think we could definitely see Archer at least take a crown off of Influx here as we get into our game. And Influx with 0 blue access whatsoever until just now with a really nice little horizontal clear to open that up.
Yeah, and as you take a look now down near the bottom of his board, he has a lot of blue near the bottom. Well, Archer Lewis has had kind of the opposite board, had a fair amount of blue at the top and actually virtually nothing of any virus, really, when you get down to the bottom couple rows there. So it's going to be a lot of positioning, making certain that there's not much in the way of pills that could drop down to add drop time. And right now, so far, with the timers even, meaning they start at the same time, viruses are pretty even as well.
Yeah, 23, now 22 for Archer, 20 for Influx. Influx has got a lot of blue that he's staring down though at the bottom of this board, while Archer is messing with a lot of yellows in this mid game. So both players really kind of having to try and be a little bit open up that pill to fit words. I cannot function today. They are trying to avoid that color dependency that they've got built up for them, and Influx has kind of worked his way around it. Archer still dealing with a lot of yellow though. Clear advantage for Influx here as we get into the end of our first level.
Yeah, for a long time there, Arch needed yellow, Influx needed blue. Influx is getting nothing but yellow, and Archer is getting nothing but blue. So that just kind of slowed both of them down just a little bit, as Influx is the first one out at 146. But needing just a couple yellow is Archer, but due to the pile on column 4, he's going to have to take those out vertically, which will slow him down and give Influx the opportunity to work on this very left-heavy board.
Yeah, and Archer now gets out about, I think it was 18 behind Influx at a 203. But fairly good board here, actually, for Archer to start off. Taking a blue horizontal does leave just a touch of yellow garbage there in column 1, but easily taken care of once the red-yellow rush gets, once the double red rush gets out, and is now out of that. And might start considering what I'm going to do with that garbage on top of column 1 if I'm Archer. Looking like the plan is to clear out the yellows, horizontally, but just not getting the pills to do it, and it's giving Influx a chance to open up a 22 virus lead here and growing.
Yeah, but absolutely beautiful move there by Archer, taking off. I think there was 5 viruses, maybe 6 in a 2-pill span. Very good to try getting back in here, but with the exception of column 1, Influx has pretty much got this level taken care of. If he gets another red, he'll be able to finish off 2 of the 3 colors of that traffic light over there. He's setting up a beautiful horizontal here. If he gets a red for the bottom, he just needs 2 reds. There's 1, and that's not going to help out matters, but he's decently enough ahead. That's not going to be a big deal. He's out at a 328, and you saw that he it happens to all of us, even the greatest of players, that he didn't realize until he put it in place that, yeah, that would destroy the combo he was working on. But you know what? That's why we're human, just to have these little bits of fun happen. As Archer is now 11 viruses left in his level 11, John.
Yeah, and still having to deal with that piece of yellow garbage on the column one. I think it's a little bit lower than it was previously. Oh, and a nice little drop combo there to clear some stuff out on the left side of the board. Now Archer has the opportunity to sandwich some reds in here on column one and clear out that way. Just needing 2 more blues. There they are. Now 2 more reds will do it for Archer at a 419, about 420, somewhere in there. And it is a 28 virus difference as we are in our level 12. Still 1 level to go after this. A lot of Dr. Mario to play, and Influx has just got so much blue and red on this board, and only 1 yellow virus to speak of.
Yeah, and that's good for Archer, who pretty much started off this board with nearly no access to red. In fact, it's going to be a very big blue-yellow necessary for Archer here, which is most certainly not going to make this run any easier for him. But, he's been around here a while. He has seen, to be fair, more than his fair share of bad boards, but that's made sure he knows how to handle these, how to get around it, and with the pills he's been getting, he's actually managed to get most of the yellows off of his board. Meanwhile, Influx just needs 2 more red there in a double, and a double blue. You couldn't ask for anything better there for Influx, out at a 520 going into his last level.
Yeah, Influx gets the double blue because of course he does. And now Archer would really like to see some double blues as well. Manufacturing one there actually on towards the center of the board, a really nice play there. And I love this play. Sets up the drill down into a horizontal. Now Archer's still looking for some more blues to open up that yellow access. And a little bit surprised that the blue wasn't cleared out in column 1 to open up the yellow access, but not a big deal. Any yellow now will be able to stack up on top of that tower, and then any blue can just be tucked under and get a nice little drop combo. 610 for Archer, but a bit behind the 8 ball here. It's Influx is ahead by half a level here.
Yeah, he is 50 seconds ahead of Archer Lewis and 26 viruses ahead. He does have a couple of columns that are not optimal for speedrun, but it's still an easy enough board that it's going to take a minor disaster, I think, here for Archer to make a comeback, unfortunately. But, we have seen weird things happen as Archer makes a very nice play at the very top of the board, which he plays on high speed. So, when you're working at the very top to make a move like that, you need to have confidence that you can get it over in time.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I've had several times in my boards where my DAS wasn't properly charged and I didn't get it over there, and yeah, it causes some problems. So it's the confidence thing is real. If you're going to be playing on high, you got to make sure you can maneuver that as best as you can. But Influx now just needing 3 more reds. Here's one, taking the tuck under, avoiding any drop time whatsoever, taking a little bit of an unnecessary clear with those yellows, but it doesn't matter. He's out at 725, and Influx takes game 1.
Yeah, pretty definitively here. It was a good run by Arch Lewis, but those boards really did not help matters much. Didn't really make much in the way of errors. It was just sometimes that's how it goes. But looks like Archer might be trying to finish this one off here just to say that he did. It's going to be a little challenging maybe with actually now that he's taking that yellow to bomb. He might be able to take the column 8 out easily if he gets the right pills.
Yeah, I like this horizontal setup that Archer's got. One more red is going to fire that off. And speaking of a yellow, gets a yellow horizontal as well. And yellow blue just not useful for Archer here. And are we going to see
he's
a
just going
top
to give
out?
up at this point? Yeah. So while everyone resets, I have a question for you.
What you got?
You said that your dash ran out in a level. When you go and refill, do you go as regular or premium?
Well, Das is what I said, but
Yes,
I
that's
could
what
see
I
why
said
you would
too.
agree.
Yes.
Well, my car takes the regular. So I mean, premium DAS is ideal. I mean, heck, I'd take diesel DAS even. Diesel
Diesel
auto
dash.
shift.
I like that. That's a good one.
Diesel Dash sounds like something that Dr. Seuss would have written in one of his books. Anyway, we have ready from both of our players here as we're just having a heck of a time here in the booth, and we have 3, 2, 1 pills. And
Well,
Luke's saying his Dr. Mario playing runs on diesel.
I will say his response to someone in chat that at the very least, Flindo has an electric personality, so that's entirely possible. As we look at these boards, you're not much in the way of red for Influx starting off, while pretty much a much more even board, if not a little floaty for Archer Lewis.
Yeah, it is just a touch floaty, but Archer doing a great job with it, bringing it down. And looking back over at Influx, just a lot of yellow and red here that he's having to work through. I like that tuck under actually with the blue yellow, tucking that to the left rather than to the right. It gives him the opportunity to open up the center of that board and get down to some more of those blues that are down at the bottom. Doing a great job. It's 27 for Influx and 20 for Archer. Archer's board looking a little bit heavy on that left side, though.
Yeah, he had an absolutely amazing move that took out most of the pills on the right-hand side. He took out, I think it was 2 blue, the drop down took out a red, and then took out another 2 blue. And that pretty much wiped out almost everything on the right side of his board, which is how it got in this position. But he's doing a very good job balancing everything out, and a little bit of hesitation there. He didn't quite know how to make that pill fit perfectly into position, which we've all had that happen, but now it's going to make it very difficult to get to that yellow in column 6, unfortunately. He's going to have to get at least a couple of those pills, out of that column in order to do anything here. Meanwhile, over on Influx's side, beautiful horizontal to take out the blues. He's just got that traffic light, which he can now take out more or less any way he feels like it here. It looks like he might be signaling he's going to take that yellow out horizontally. Just needs a red, yellow, and then a red of any kind, and he will be out of this level.
Yeah, but Archer's going to get out first, actually, to 2 minutes, and Influx right behind at 2:01. Really would like to see another double yellow for Influx. He didn't get it, so just elects to clear that out vertically. Had the opportunity to maybe make a cool little T out of that if he got in the right pill sequence. Didn't show up for him, but Influx and probably was hoping for that pill that I was hoping for him. But a nice horizontal there into a drop triple there by Influx. Peeking over now at Archer. I don't love the diversity of this board for Archer Lewis. A lot of red and a lot of blue on this top line, and now no yellow whatsoever to speak of until about 2-3 columns down or rows down.
Yeah, pretty much all of his yellow is in the very center of his board, and that's it. Meanwhile, Influx has more or less nothing but red, yellow in the middle, trying to get more access to blues, open that up. As he gets near the bottom, it's very compact, but look at a lot of those columns at the bottom. You got a pair of reds, pair of blues, pair of yellows. That is more or less a speedrunner's dream, because if you get the right pill combination, you can take so many off so fast. Meanwhile, over on Archer's side, again, a lot of the pills he's still got to work with are a little bit floating, also buried underneath things. It looks like he's going to try and hope for a double red in order to drop everything down there, but that weight might slow him down a bit, John.
Yeah, double red would be ideal here for Archer. And look, there it is. And it's even going to be a little bit of an L. Yeah, drop into a double vertical on those yellows. Really nice combo there by Archer, but still 12 viruses behind as Influx is waiting for those reds and gets them in a little bit of a blue-red rush, actually. He's out at about a 351 and a fairly decent board to start here for Influx. Would love to see maybe one more of those blue yellows to set up this horizontal. And he's actually going to get a double yellow and cleared out that way. Really nice heads up play there by Influx.
I am trying not to scream at the doctor to give Archer some blues. He has been waiting forever to take anything off of his board, and the doctor is just not giving him any real blues at all. And he does this like one or two and then nothing for a while again. And that's just hamstrung Archer so much because if you're not getting the colors you need, you just can't clear the level.
Yeah. Oh, but Archer's gonna get a fat log, clearing the board with a little fat log. Love to see it. But would love to see again some more blue here for Archer. Oh, that red blue, perfect. Able to clear out the blue in column 2, drill down, setup, and now out at a 457 for Archer. It again is about half a level's difference. 25 viruses ahead. Is Influx here and setting up a pretty cheeky little horizontal here that's going to drop down. And once he gets a yellow, red, or even, well, now he definitely needs that double red to be able to pull it off, but it's going to drop down those yellows and blues there on top of his column 3 and 4 and make a pretty cool little clear, though he is going to have a little bit more of blue garbage once this clears out. But if he's able to get the red horizontally in column 3, it really won't matter much.
Yeah,
And he's
Archer's
gonna get it. Here we go.
beautiful. Oh yeah, right. I mean, a horizontal to take that down even further. Archer is again just struggling to get anything really to open up a large amount of his board. Finally managing to get that column 6 down, but it's just been a fight every step of the way here as a little worried about Influx moment of a beautiful drop combo out at a 6-12 going into final level and not much access to yellow early on. In fact, we won't have much access to yellow really until near the bottom of the board, which might be the only real chance Archer will have here if he can start getting some things going here.
Yeah, Archer's got some pretty good setups though. Looking at columns 2 through about 4, 5, 6 or so, you see these blues once these drop down horizontally had actually the access to a yellow horizontal. Ended up clearing that out with another clear that was made. So gonna have to work a little bit to open that back up, but it's really not gonna be too bad, honestly. There is that. And oh, I see what Archer's got going now. And actually just going to go vertically with that interesting decision. I don't hate it. We'll see if it works out, though.
And that makes it a little bit more challenging now for him to get access to that yellow in column 3 here. And unfortunately, this is starting to look a little unfortunate for Archer here. We never want to see someone get lapped, but unless he can figure things out here pretty quickly, we might unfortunately see that here.
Yeah, I mean, Archer really just needing blues now, and that's just all there is to it. Archer needs blues, and speaking of blues, Influx actually needs quite a bit of blue himself. Curious to see how he is going to clear this out with a nice, huge little combo there over on the left side. Has the opportunity now to take these reds horizontally. Not going to be sub 8 this time for Influx, but an 801, and Archer just barely avoids getting lapped.
Yeah, it was an 801 to get to level 12. It was, unfortunately, it was a couple of ill-placed pieces and then just bad RNG that just unfortunately made that one fall out of Archer's reach. But you know what? We've all had levels like that. All you can do is just reset, take a deep breath. You know, if it helps Archer out, just stand up, stretch, take about 30 seconds, remove that from your mind, and focus on just one match at a time.
Indeed. But Archer's got to pull off a reverse sweep here in order to see the finals and go off and face Adelito. It's not impossible. It has been done before by various players, but it's pretty tall order here for Archer. But definitely has the ability to do it.
Influx is someone who I know who from watching over the years has both had a reverse sweep done to him and against him. So he understands both sides of that, knows that, just have to focus on making sure that it's just one match is all it takes. But Archer's going to try pushing this as far as possible.
Yeah, and here's the first shot at it. We have our 3-2-1 pills, both players playing on high and off, it appears. Influx, this is a really nice board for Influx actually. And wondering if what opportunities that he's going to try to go for. If he gets some yellows here pretty soon, then he's got some really cool things that he could put together. And yeah, it does exactly what I expected him to do with that yellow blue, standing that up, and now gets the red yellow, gives himself a little bit of a sweet tea here. Shout outs to Wilford Brimley as we move through this level 10. Archer peeking over on that side of your screen is doing some work here. I don't love the board, but I don't hate the board either. He has some good setups.
Yeah, he doesn't have much in the way of blue in his board, but the main reason for that is you may not have noticed this, but both players got a double blue for the first pill and their fourth pill. So they end up taking off a whole bunch of blue right off the very get-go, and it kind of set tone that we might see, and we have seen a fair amount of doubles on both of them here, but even, like I said, I think it's our third double blue for each of them here, so you might start seeing them take a little bit more risks to try and go for those double blue positions, because you start seeing it happen that often, your mind starts going, well, it keeps coming up. Maybe this will work out for this perfect play. So it'll be interesting to see if they end up falling for that as match continues.
Yeah, and I hadn't noticed that. That's a really interesting little tidbit of the RNG. Is Influx out about a 138 now into his level 11. Archer just waiting and waiting for yellows. I don't hate the decision that was made to put that yellow blue vertically in column 5, because if it had been put in column 2, would have blocked off the free access to the yellow there. So had nice heads up play by Archer. 207 getting out of level 10 now, and it is only 15 viruses back. Not too shabby here for Archer to be able to get back into it. The Influx kind of flying through this level, Sarge.
Yeah, and this is something we have seen in so many levels for Archer days. He's really only had access, for the most part, to 2 colors. And this one at the very start, he had a lot of access to blue at the very top. Got a whole bunch of blue and more or less wiped out that access, and then really had only access to red and a bit of yellow. It's not been anywhere near as smooth a ride as it has been for Influx, who right now does need a bunch of red, but is getting the reds that he needs just to keep this board moving flawlessly. And that's absolutely beautiful position, because watch what happens when Influx places this last red down. Boom, boom, boom. Out at a 304.
I was wondering why he didn't flip that blue yellow in column 6 the other
But
way.
look at Archer's side here. Beautiful combo over there as well.
Yeah, and this yellow blue going to be perfect now for Archer to get kind of a double-sided bracket clear there. Really nice play there by Archer, but Influx again is just flying through these levels, and Influx, honestly, Influx has probably got something to say here in this January tournament. Just missed out on facing Dawn in the finals last year, lost to Adelito in the semis. He'd love to face Adelito here today and say, hey, you know what? You're not beating me again. And he's playing like that's what he wants.
Yeah, and right now we're seeing Arch Lewis pull off some amazing combos with the pills that he's getting here, trying his darndest to keep in this match. It's just been, it's been a bit of a struggle off and on with just the RNG and just positioning needed. And right now it looks he's going to try and take that out beautifully, and that'll get him out at a 421, but he is almost 40 viruses behind. There's still a level to play beyond that, but unless he has near a PB for this level 12, it's going to be a very difficult comeback at this point.
Yeah, and I just want to say real quick that was some brilliant horizontal play there by Archer, to get everything down to where it was needed to be able to clear that board out in the most efficient way possible. It to the untrained eye, it may have looked like a misdrop, but that's exactly what Archer needed to do, and that was just brilliant, brilliant, brilliant play. You'll love to see that. Keep those kinds of plays up, Archer. But Influx now needing red, yellow, red, blue, and for I thought he was in the final level, but he's actually got one more to go. And a really good play there by Influx too to take a little bit of drop time to make sure he had perfect access to that blue there on the left side. 519 for him as he goes into his final level.
Yeah, but as I was saying, that Archer needed one of the best levels ever. Ooh, that misdrop's gonna slow him down just a little bit, but he's gone from being 40 viruses back to only 20. He really started taking this down, and unfortunately, that misdrop is the very last thing he needed right now. Is now he's not even getting the right sort of pills to be able to clear that out easily, and that's just tacking on more time that Archer does not need to be losing right now.
Yeah, you hate to see it at any point, but especially in a game that's so crucial for Archer to win.
I think
In
that
this drop.
pill in column 4 was supposed to have gone the other way as well.
No, I don't think so. I think the plan is to clear out those blues and have it drop down. I think that's probably what Archer's got cooking here. And if it wasn't, it definitely is now because of the way it's stacked up. And there it is. Probably going to see this red tuck under in column 1. We do. Now just 2 more blues for Archer. We'll finish out this level 12. But in the meantime, Influx just about to finish out his level 13. He's got 23 viruses remaining. Archer now joining with a 36 virus deficit. It's gonna take a whole lot of really good RNG on Archer's side and a whole lot of really bad RNG on Influx's side to be able to get back into this game. It looks like Influx probably has this pretty well in hand.
Yeah, there was no red access really for Archer for the foreseeable future. And he's getting so much red right now. This is almost goes against Geneva conventions at this particular point. The luck that Archer unfortunately has had in this run.
Yeah, peeking back over at Influx, just needing 4 more viruses to go, setting up for a horizontal blue. Unfortunately, not going to be able to take all of them at once. I mean, there actually is a world where he could. He would need 2 yellow blues at this point, and if he's gonna go for it. I see it in his eyes. He's gonna go for the 2 yellow blues, and I'm pretty sure he watches the stream. He knows he's pretty well ahead here. And yeah, now he's just gonna say, no, forget that. It's not coming. But I see the smile on his face. He's like, yeah, that's what I was trying to do. He gets out at a 758.
Yeah, he had so much hot dogs going on there for a while, adding about 30 seconds to his time though. He waited for those last 2 blue pieces, but GG's to Influx, who will be going on to face Alito in our finals, which will be happening in just a few minutes' time here. Though it looks like Archer might be trying to finish this one off just to say, darn it, this board did not beat me, which I would not blame him in the world for if he did.
Yeah, this is one I would want to finish out too if I was Archer. Um, See if that is going to be the plan. Ideally, going to build up to the yellows, probably take them horizontally. That's the play I would go for. Nice horizontal there.
Yeah, it looks like
And
he's just
yeah, it looks like we're
going in
just gonna
here.
have a yeah. So GG's to both of our players. We have Influx and Kiddo. They're on the left side. Definitely favors his dad, I think. I wouldn't know because I've never seen Influx's wife. But hi, Kiddo. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the DRMC stream. And we are going to take a quick break and we will have Adelito, our 1 seed, versus Influx, our number 2 seed. Stay tuned. This is the DRMC.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the DRMC January Championship. My name is Ramsey, and I'm going to be joined shortly by Betty. We've got an amazing finals coming up with our number 1 seed, Adelito, our number 2 seed, Influx. These are two of the very best in the game. Betty, who do you got? What are you expecting out of this one?
Well, I'm just looking at whatever Adelito has on his board right now. Like, did you see that?
Yeah, he broke it. That's fine.
That
It
was
got
broke.
better. It got better.
Not better.
Exactly.
But yes, so for these two, they know how to put on a show. The combos come crazy, and everything clears exactly how it should. But with these two, they have met numerous times before. But Adelito is our 2025 champion, and who was the runner-up? It was Influx. So this is a repeat of our championship last year.
Yeah, these two have met. This will be their 11th meeting. Adelito, I believe, has a 7-3 series lead based on my quick research. This is Influx's 17th appearance, if you include the
Wow.
year-end. His 17th finals appearance. This is Adelito's 25th finals appearance. These two are absolutely no stranger to this level block. Out of everybody we've got, these two absolutely know it the best. We've got readies from both players and just waiting for the countdown.
And there
And
it
here
is,
it
our
is.
3, 2, 1, and pills.
Pills. I really like the doubles available on Adelito's board. Influx's board looking a lot messier right at the top, but his middle of his board is jam-packed to the rafters. Adelito's bottom of his board is a lot floatier. We'll see who can convert more of these doubles. It looks like Adelito's setting up for a cool, nice little sideways tee here on the left, but Influx is right with him. We're going virus for virus here in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, and Influx just had a lot of good downward momentum on this. Look at what he's trying to set up for. Not going to take it. He's going to wait for that red yellow, it looks like, trying to clear all of the blues at once.
He wants the red blue.
That's
Yeah.
colors. Yes, look at that,
Very
and he got
nice.
it.
But Adelito's got a little bit of a blue spire. He would love to be able to take that out to drop it here. Oh, I think he wanted to shift that over one to drop that blue on top. So he's going to have to clear up a little bit of garbage. Influx would love a double blue. Isn't going to hold out for it. Is going to smartly just take a quick smaller combo. But he's got a nice drop combo setup as well, depending on how he takes this. But he's got a 5
you see what he's
virus
going
lead.
for?
I see a couple options that he's going for. He's got a few different ways to resolve this. Adelito, meanwhile, has cleared out most of his board, but he doesn't have
Wow.
anywhere for. Here
Look
comes
at
a
this.
big drop.
Oh,
Nice.
it missed just a little bit. I think he was trying for that swag play of getting the other blue in column 7 now, but it didn't actually cause any trash to speak of for Influx. So, take those big plays, those big swings, and this was definitely a hit for Influx. But now look at Adelito getting everything in where he needs it to be to take this. His wonderful foresight into seeing that he needed to shift that red over instead of just taking it. Great on Adelito, and he is out at a 209, but Influx out at a 207 on the timer, so a little bit of a timer benefit for him.
Yeah, we're like 2 seconds difference. Both players absolutely crushing that level 14. Adelito with a really quick tee, very nicely done. Influx with a bunch of yellows on the left side of the board. He's going to want to take in doubles. If he can find a double yellow, he's not going to hold out for it, going to clear it out in pieces. Adelito with this single piece of red in that column 3 is going to hamper him a little bit. He would love to drop it horizontally here, but it's just not quite. Well, he's definitely going to drop it horizontally now. And maybe use the blue on the left. Yeah. He definitely wants another blue yellow to drop all of this. He's got to be careful he doesn't break the game again, because that is going to be dangerous.
Here we go. Let's see. It should be good.
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a blink. We love to see it, but I know our players do not like seeing that crash coming. So, but that did let Influx get a little bit of a lead here, just 3 viruses at this point. But he has a lot of setups and some like no trash to speak of, which lets him make these quick plays.
Yeah, but he's brought down the left side of his board quite a bit more than his right side, so he's going to have
Mm.
to make it work. He's going to set up for this nice T over and
Oh,
very nicely done, and that's all going to drop. He's got a lot of blue left, but he's going to clear out that stuff in column 5 that's going to open up this yellow blue for a short stack, or he takes the double blue instead. He's got a slim 5 virus lead, as Adelito really needs to take these blues out horizontally here in the row 4 here, which he's going to do with this yellow blue drop combo. Very nicely done to get that down. He's got a L setup on the bottom. A bunch of amazing setups, but Influx keeping a 5 to 7 virus lead as his end of his board is completely clean. Influx going to be out first at a 4-12. Adelito with just a couple horizontal setups left, but he's going to be going into level 15 with a slight chase down here.
yeah, and that was purely due to the prioritization that Influx was giving to his clears. He was clearing exactly, like 1, 2, 3, and the pills did come and provide. So, Influx just trying to stay ahead in this because he has somebody who can chase down himself. As we saw with him matching some of his earlier hot times. So he needs to keep on this aggression here.
Yeah, no lead is safe when Adelito is your opponent, but Influx is absolutely not letting up. He has opened up about an 11 virus lead. He has no use for yellows at the moment, so he's got to be really smart with what he does with it. Setting up some strategic garbage to use yellow blues. And now he really needs this horizontal to
Wow.
come through. He's going to take some clears instead. And then here comes the horizontal, and this is all pretty
Beautiful.
well set up now that he clears out that yellow. So takes the horizontal, he is free of garbage, but that has given Adelito a chance to make up a little bit of ground. Influx still holding a small lead as we're about halfway done with this level 16.
Again, like
Ooh,
Influx putting
big
on a
fat log.
masterclass of not actually getting in your way. And so the whole board has been Influx's end game here. Just always thinking of keeping things clear so he can make further clears down the board. But he is doing that masterfully and maintaining this lead here. But look at what Adelito has going. That was a wonderful clear, about 4 separate combos if we were talking versus, but Adelito's trying to get back in this.
Yeah, and he's absolutely brought it back down to now just a 9 virus deficit. He's absolutely in this, but the bottom of Influx's board, all reds, but a lot of them are going to be set
Oh,
up. He's going to, he would love just one more red piece to clear all of them at once. Here it is. Going to get the tuck out at 6:30 into his final level, 17 of this block. Adelito needs a red-blue to clear this without
and a little
making
bit
extra
more.
garbage. Not a lot more, because he's got a lot of but he does need to do that yellow
The
in column
yellow.
7. That's going to be a
Mhm.
bit of an issue.
Oh, and
No.
well, he wanted to do that.
No.
Okay. No,
No,
I saw that, but there was another play he could have done. Who am I to say anything about how Adelito plays? But
it,
it's great work
we've
on
said
his.
it yesterday, and it's still true. It's the play that you see. The play that you see is the best play, because
Yes.
every second you spend thinking about a play is a second you could have been dropping, like even taking a little bit of drop time, doing whatever.
Hmm.
If if you're doing it instantly, it might end up faster. Influx with not a lot of blue access at the moment, or I mean red
Right.
access. He's got a ton of blue viruses, not a lot of red access, and he's getting a bunch of red pills. So this might give Adelito a chance to make up a bit of a gap here. Uh, the top of his board looks kind of dirty, not as clean as he might like it to be. These end game levels, 17, you're starting way up at the top of the board.
Hmm.
You might not have the room to make everything you want.
Yeah, it's it's amazing to see them maneuver this, and Adelita still has that nine virus chase down here. So, but again, making the plays he needs to in order to continue the aggression is Adelito. But Influx needing a lot of blue help, getting a little bit, but still just needing a ton more. And let's hope those come so he can continue this lead that he has.
Yeah, he's really wants a yellow blue. That'll go on column 4 and 5. He's gonna bail
Wow.
on it a bit. He really wanted that to all drop down at once, but he ran out of space to do other things, and he had to take what he could get. But he is at the bottom. Final 10 viruses. Adelito's still at 23, but he's got a bunch of doubles at the bottom of this board. And Adelito or Influx needing he needs a bunch of blue, but he actually got it, and he's now
Wow.
just 2 viruses away. Here's the yellow, here's the blue. 852
Oh,
Influx taking crown number 1. He was like, I think he was a bit more nervous. He had a little bit more time than he thought he had, I think. Uh,
well, the people that give us the most nerves are the ones that have taken crowns on us before, and that is definitely something that Influx has done to Adelito and did it again here, taking that
yeah,
first crown.
so Adelito coming up, that 10 virus lead that Influx brought into level 17 basically held. They had a very similar time through that level 17, and that lead he had built up earlier proved to be the difference. It is 1-0 for Influx, best of 5. So Influx needing to win 2 more as they get reset to level 14, and we've got readies in the chat. We got China Flynn is saying that is a number 13 hot time for Influx. But in the meantime, we have our 3, 2, 1, and pills.
Yeah, who can have who can make this next crown matter right here? It's Adelito trying to play and get this crown on his side of the board now. Oh my God, look at these setups that they have going. Oh, wonderful drop clear by Adelito.
Yeah, he might have liked it a little differently to
Hmm.
maybe utilize this red a little better, but I mean it's still pretty easy to clear this all out. He's going to use this red yellow on the right, yeah, and he just needs basically any yellow piece. He's going to do the red, yeah. Here he's going to clear out some garbage along the way. Very nicely done. Adelito with 42 viruses left. Influx with 41. His board looks a little more straightforward. This blue yellow perfect for this tuck. Gonna clean everything off, clears out the red to make a nice drop horizontal. Influx with not quite as much use for yellow as he would like, and he's getting a double yellow sequence here. He's going to have to open up this right side of the board, which is where all of his yellow is.
Yeah, and Adelito doing a really good job keeping the color diversity on his side. I was just noticing some of his moves that, there were other straightforward ones, but he was maintaining that color diversity, which is very important. Oh, beautiful. Gosh, the drop clears are just, they're fantastic. Fantastic to watch.
He is putting this red, Adelito put this red yellow on column 2, this column 1 and 2. The whole point is he wants to clear the yellows horizontally, now the reds horizontally. He gets the pills where he doesn't have to do it, but he gave himself an option to maybe clear all of that out horizontally. And that is something that these high level players do so well, is they give themselves outs to using different pill sequences. Influx out sub 2 minutes, excellent time through level 14. Top of his board, a bunch of yellows. He's going to clear off a bunch in a hurry. And this is going to be a big drop combo here.
Whoa.
Bam, big T for Influx.
A little bit of trash that he'll have to maneuver around. But again, some of those big plays, they're worth it just to kind of get some other viruses off right there. And now Influx free and clean of all that trash that was there from that play. So.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Adelito at the top of his board, he was out at about a 2:15, so about 16, 17 seconds back. He's got a bunch of blue and red and no more yellows. He's got like 2 whole layers of all blue and red to deal with. He's gonna have to get some get creative with the yellow he's going to get, because he's not going to have any viruses open for a little bit. Here comes a nice drop combo. That'll be really nice to get access to just a couple yellow viruses, but he clears them immediately. Influx, meanwhile, is down to 27 viruses. He's got a bunch of doubles at the bottom of his board too. These late game levels absolutely packed to the rafters. There is plenty of double opportunities no matter where you look. And he would love this yellow blue for the fat
Oh.
log into a big drop combo. Little yellow
by-
garbage, but that's okay.
And by doing that, it's not yellow garbage, because look at his underclear that he has the capability of getting in that column 8. It's just, it's so calculated, all of these moves that they are coming up with, like, I don't know how they can think that far ahead, but they are. And look, a wonderful clear on Adelito's side to try and bring his down. But he is now at a 14 virus difference here, and that's what allowed Influx to get that first crown.
Yeah, and Adelito is completely lopsided onto the right side of his board. That's just kind of how the pieces fell for him. Influx is going to be out at 4:02, basically right at 2 minutes a level for the first two. That is an excellent pace. Adelito still has 7 viruses to go. Nice standing that up there, and he's going to have a setup. Maybe he's not going to really be able to get the lightning bolt he wanted, although he still could, or the L, I mean. He still could have, but he's going to take this setup for a horizontal instead. Wisely looks at the next box. He's 1 blue away, and he's going to be at 4:31. That's about 30 seconds behind, and about 20 viruses. His Influx has torched the top of this board.
I've been watching Influx, and again, just destroying the top level. He is already way into his mid game of this level 16. 1 level to go for both of these players, but continuing to try and maintain that lead that he did in the first game is Influx. But as you can see, Adelito has quite a bit of combos and setups already in the works on his 16 as well.
Yeah, it's got a lot of red options available, and this double red going to place it straight horizontally, clearing out 4 viruses with 1 pill. That is the kind of efficient place he's going to need to find another cool drop vertical into a horizontal. He's trying to catch up. That was a 20 virus deficit, is now down to just 5, as he is absolutely crushing the top of his board. But Influx has a bunch of setups ready to go. Here comes a blue yellow is going to take out 6 blue viruses, and then 6 more on top of it, and then an offset fat log. So back up to a 14-13 virus game. Both players trading gigantic combos here in these levels. I love to see it. Oh, and then Adelito's got a really cool setup too. I don't know who to watch, Betty.
We try our best to watch them both. We can't catch everything, but hopefully you all are catching all of the madness that is going on here. We love to see it. Gosh, I see what Influx is setting up here, but now Adelito taking the lead back. But look at this pill from Influx. He will just need a couple more red to get back into the lead here. Or he is in the lead, but just to get out and into the last level first. But Adelito at a 6:32, Influx at a 6:34. This is a 2-second game with both of these players. Oh my God, and risky.
Big combo at the very tip top of the board. That is so dangerous. Now, Influx without really a good place for blues. The top of this board not super favorable to him in terms of RNG. He's going to have to find a way to clear out this blue garbage and then the red garbage underneath it. He did a great job to not top out, but now he's got a little bit more garbage than he wants. He would love a double red here to clear out a bunch of stuff all at once. Blue, there's the double
There
red.
it is.
Big T into a huge drop combo, but he's still got quite a bit of garbage to get through. And he's getting a yellow red brush when all he needs is 1 blue pill. Here's the blue pill to open up his board, but in the meantime, that has given Adelito a chance to open up a 12 virus lead. We're about a third of the way through this board, and he is setting up for a cool this blue's going to go on 3 and 4, I bet. No, he's keeping other options open too.
Look at this.
Huge
Don't
drop
break it.
combo.
Adelito,
No, that
don't
wasn't gonna
break
break it. That wasn't gonna break it.
But they are putting in the work here in order to bring down their boards. Um, Influx is needing or has a huge hole in the middle of his board, which does often lead to some drop time, but he is a master on avoiding that drop time, so we'll see that at work there. But over on Adelito's side, you see him trying to prolong taking this clear with that red, and beautifully done. Beautifully done.
Both players trying their best to avoid messing up their own combos.
Hmm.
But it's given Enflox a chance to take the lead right back. But here comes this huge combo. It's going to take off about 6, 7, 8 viruses all at once. It is 10-17. Adelito with a slight lead. Influx with a few setups though, and some double reds. If he gets a favorable red rush, that might do it for him. A nice drop combo into a horizontal for Adelito. He needs just a fistful of yellows and reds, but he is kind of cut off the right side of this board. He's going to need the pills in the right order, but if he gets a red yellow rush, he got enough of them that he's going to finish first at a 906. Influx is just about 5 viruses behind, and the getting a bit of a red drought now, but Adelito had already finished by the time that red drought had started. He just needs one. Yeah, this red
He can
blue
take
actually
it.
would ruin it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Well,
has to
no, he
do it
could have
like that.
taken it because there was a blue over the blue that he was trying to avoid clearing. So it would have been fine if he would have just gone down. But like we said, that was way after Adelito had already taken the second crown. So a swing back at that first crown Influx took.
Yeah, it is 1 crown apiece as Adelito won that race to 17. That level 17, they were 1-2 seconds apart going into it. So it all came down to that last level. And this is everything you want out of the finals right here. These two very evenly matched. The 2-time defending champion versus the previous 3-year defending champion. These two as good as it gets. And we are just waiting for readies for both players. Man, this has been fun so far, and we got at least 2 more games to go.
Well, it's always fun in the booth with you, Ramsey, when I can hear you, that is. And it's always great to see a 3-2-1 and Phils to get us started
Phils.
on this crown.
Adelito with a very diverse looking top of the board. Influx with a very full looking top of the board. Not a lot of space to maneuver, but he absolutely gets the perfect pill RNG to take advantage of it. Influx is already cleared most of that first level. He's run out of blue viruses. He only has 1 available on the right. Meanwhile, Adelito with a much more diverse looking top of the board, but he's got kind of some gaps to fill in. And this column 1 is almost completely empty. He's almost down to the bottom in column 1. He's going to have to play carefully to avoid drop time. But pretty even stuff at the top of this board, just a 3-4 virus game as we're heading into the middle part of the board.
Yeah, and I noticed a slight indecision on Influx's side on where to put a pill. That is something that is going to be hard to continue to do when you're playing against somebody like Adelito and maintain that lead. But it's not showing right now. He's making great combos to bring down his board. This is just awesome work. So maybe that slight pause is getting him to this lead that he has right now.
Yeah, but look at the Adelito's board. Now he has a huge gap in columns 4 and 5. Big horizontal, really nicely done. But he's gonna have drop time every single column. Is completely spired. Influx's board very flat at the bottom. No drop clear there. He's got this red set up to go horizontally. He's got these blues all set up in doubles. He does need blue though. He's very blue dependent. Getting a bit of a yellow red rush though. Here comes a little bit of blue help. Here's a double blue. That'll help a lot actually. That's given Adelito a chance to get to the bottom of his board. But similar story. He does not have a lot of use for yellow.
Yeah, it's just a race to the RNG of which of these two will get out first. And it looks like that's going to be Influx with that double blue. He is out first at a 207. Adelito should be right behind if given red. And here's one, and we need just one more. And there it is, out at a 217. So a 8-second difference there.
Yeah, both players really not getting the pills they were hoping for, and it's resulted in a pretty even looking match so far. Adelito's board very diverse at the top. Not quite maybe as many doubles as you'd want. Influx has a lot of doubles, but they're all yellow until you finish this top layer. He's going to take a nice horizontal there, very nicely done. He is opening up about a small 6 virus lead here, and then a nice sequence of combos there, but he still has a ton of
Oh,
yellows. He's going to set up for a T with this blue. He's got to be careful not to waste yellows in the meantime, though, because he really needs to be careful with those.
absolutely. And you see him just taking that as soon as he could and, taking that T down. But now, again, needing a lot of yellow and getting some red and blues instead. So hopefully the yellows come for him soon. On Adelito's side, you can see this wonderful cross clear that he was setting up since the beginning of that level. Needing, I, I think, some blue help right here. He's going to take. Okay, he takes it down that way. Beautiful playing by Adelito.
Yeah, he's got a really he's not been keeping his boards very flat. He's just been taking like the best clear available no matter what. And it's resulted in some kind of interestingly shaped boards. It's given him being aggressive with the pill clear has given him a slight lead here in terms of a virus count, but now he has all blue endgame and a very spired endgame as well. Influx with a big combo is trying to make up the gap. He has a very even looking endgame. He's got every color available here. He's now down to just 2, but so is Adelito. He's down to just 3. It's again, we got Influx out at 415 and Adelito just 1 blue piece behind, 421. 6 seconds difference heading into level 16, our penultimate level here in game 3.
Oh my goodness. And as we speak, Influx is just dealing with another color dearth of, not having access to all 3 colors at once. So it's just what do you do with that?
I'm convinced dearth was your calendar word, like your daily calendar word of the day. I've heard it more in the last. I've heard it more in the last 24 hours than I've heard it in 40 years of living on this
Ever, yeah.
planet. So,
Word of the day, everyone.
Word of the day. We've got Influx setting up for this huge combo. He needs 1 more blue piece to set it off, but he's got to do it. He's going to do it this way. Very nicely done to clear out all that garbage at once, but it's given Adelito a chance to catch right back up. He is they're going pill for pill at this point. Adelito again trying to keep his board from getting inspired as it's been the last couple levels. Influx got a little bit of red. Very nice tuck there. He's trying to keep his board nice and clean. That's not how he wanted that to go. He's gonna have to tuck a red under or clear out the garbage. There's the nice tuck. Very nicely done. But Adelito opening up a small 3 to 4 virus lead now as he is completely caught up and he is doing a nice horizontal drop combo. His board's looking very flat this time compared to the last couple levels. Influx with some I love this blue setup with this red blue, a nice big drop combo, very nicely done. But I love Adelito's setup with a big sideways T there to get rid of about half of his blues that he needed. It is just a 10-8 virus game right now. Adelito really storming back in this level 16, but Influx kind of struggling here. He's going to have to clear out some garbage here on the right-hand side.
But he's doing something so masterfully well of he's making sure he's keeping pairs together and clearing things as efficiently as possible, not just taking the first clear, but being able to take the yellows that are together all at once. And he's just doing that so very well. And again, getting a nice little red rush, which we know ends in a red yellow, but he's not going to wait to get rid of that red, and he has added a 658. Adelito now still needing a lot of yellows to get out of his 16, but Influx is already starting on his level 17.
Yeah, exactly like you said. Influx had a bunch of reds set up in doubles and got every single one of them cleared as a double to clear it out as efficiently as possible. 719 for Adelito. He's got about 11 virus chase down here, but the top of these boards are full of viruses. That virus count is going to drop in a hurry as he is already down, already cleared about 10, 12 viruses out of his board. Influx got it. This yellow blue going to go on the right for a nice horizontal there. Gonna he's got a little bit of red, not maybe where he wanted it in column 4. We'll see how he takes care of that. Meanwhile, Adelito at the top of this board, still at the top of this board, needing a little bit more help. He's going to take the horizontal there. He's going to set up for a yellow horizontal, and he's going to set up for a blue horizontal on top of that. He's got horizontals on the mind, and he is absolutely not wasting any time. Yep, and he's going to get another one. He's going to have to clear this yellow. Big T, huge drop combo for Adelito. Wow, what a great combo. But Influx with a 5 virus lead, absolutely making not wasting any time clearing out down to the bottom third of his board.
Yeah, and you can see him kind of have these shrugs of the moves that he's making, because I think they are actually misplays with that the pills are coming to where it doesn't look like it's causing too much of an issue. But in this game where you are playing against the best, you have to be the best, and those small adjustments or the small plays are going to let Adelito maybe get back into this. This is a 3 virus difference at this point between these two.
Yeah, Influx with this huge drop combo got an extra horizontal that he don't think he was calculating on, because that yellow would have dropped. The yellow extra horizontal would have cleared out that virus in column 2. The red would have dropped on top of it. But another big combo. That red garbage is now clear. Adelito down to just 9, or Influx down to 9. Adelito down to 7. But the bottom of his board, he's got this red garbage that's blocking things up a little bit. Let's see a nice drop sequence there. But a bunch of drop time.
Wow. Oh my God, this is
one pill for Influx. He's going to be out at 9:36, and he's going to take this one by just about 5 seconds. Oh my gosh, that like 2 seconds of drop time that Adelito had on that left side, that could have been the difference. That was a lot of drop time he had in that left-hand column. And Influx absolutely squeaking that third game out, and he is on match point. Very well done. This is everything you're hoping for the finals.
Yeah, like I can't imagine a more energizing finals than these two going up against each other and making it close every single time.
Deep breath from both players.
Deep breath from us in the booth.
Yeah, deep breath from
everybody out there.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Deep breath at home, please breathe.
Yes. Breathing is important.
And get ready for game 4. Here's your countdown. 3, 2, 1. Pills. Both players out at just about the same time. Influx with an absolutely perfectly diverse board. A bunch of doubles that he would have loved to have gotten horizontally, but it just isn't going to work out. Influx or Adelito with his horizontals, they look much more gettable. He's got a little bit of space built up, but he's going to suffer a little bit of drop time depending on how he clears this out. I love this idea he's got for this yellow or this red horizontal. This yellow blue is going to go on top of it. I love the sequence from Adelito here. He really would love this red blue. Here it is, and bam,
wow,
just a huge combo and almost no garbage to speak of. But meanwhile, Influx is a few viruses behind. He's looks like that column 6, not exactly what he wanted. Oh no, he's gonna do this red yellow tuck. My mistake. That's all calculated. That did not look like that was calculated from where I sat, and I was wrong. Excellent job by Influx, and another great combo as he is caught almost all the way back up in a hurry.
Yeah, but it did leave like that combo. What while it was calculated, I think it was because of the nature of the what pills were being provided. So I'm sure that's not what Influx was actually wanting to go for. But yeah, like you said, he was making great work of that in bringing this to a close one. We are neck and neck with 14 viruses apiece, but Adelito just took a clear to get 2 of them off of his
Yeah, but
board.
look at this Influx combo here. And that's
Wow.
going to set up the left-hand side. Very nicely done. Tucks that underneath the red on the rest of the red. Let's see if he sets up, gives himself the out for a T, or if he's just going to go a pair of horizontals here. It looks like
Mm.
horizontal there, and then one more red. But Adelito out first, just sub 2 minutes. Influx is basically one virus behind, but a little bit of a red drought there. 209, about a 10-second lead for Adelito in this pivotal game 4 that he must win to survive in this tournament. Love the top of his board if he can, but he would love to get this horizontal, and he is signaling that he absolutely wants it. Here comes the fat log near the top of the board, but he's got a bunch of garbage to get through. It's not necessarily garbage if he can get some horizontals, but that is not the way the board looks right now.
Yeah, I'm watching. Oh, that was a brilliant play by Influx to take down all of those blues quite handily on his board. He's looking for just a little bit more blue help, a blue red, which just came when I said it. So thank you so much. I will take that. But yes, so we are continuing on. He is doing what he needs to. These reds, he might just have to burn those and consider that Pilhav's lost there. It looks like maybe he's going to do that. Yes, he is going to do just that on Influx's side, but that is letting Adelito get ahead by just a few viruses, and then Influx taking the lead right back.
Yeah, we're going basically pill for pill. Neither player's board is maybe as flat as they want it. Adelito with this nice horizontal drop combo, completely garbage free. Takes a little bit of drop time to do it, but it is completely free of garbage. And if you're gonna do a big drop time combo, it's got to be clean, or else you're gonna be wasting even more time late in the future. Influx got his column 5 got a couple of stragglers kind of at the top that might end up causing some issues later. We'll see how he decides to clear that. He would love to take those reds horizontally that he's stacked those blues on top of. Yeah, he's definitely signaling that he wants to do that horizontal. And it is open. He's just going to need a couple he's going to have to set this blue up exactly where he did. And now he needs blue red would be ideal. Here's that, and then one more red for the horizontal. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to do that because that is going to make it to now he has a little bit
I think he
of.
wants a yellow red. He wanted this. Oh,
What?
he
I'm
was
taking
thinking.
all back.
He was thinking. We need to be thinking 3D. This is a 2D
Yeah.
game, but he's got 3D chess. He's got
Yeah,
some
this
extra
is
dimensions he's thinking of.
this is Dr. Mario 64 now with all those extra bits that we get.
Adelito added 443, Influx 445, 2-second game, 2 levels left to go. Top of Adelito's board. Lovely horizontal setups here. He's going to take it a nice horizontal yellow. He's got the horizontal red to go with it. He would love it in the form of a red blue. Adelito Influx's board, very red heavy at the top of this board. He's going to have to use every single red pill he gets for the foreseeable future because he has nothing but red to speak of.
Yeah, we'll see how he actually maneuvers around with that. This double red going to be very helpful for him. But look at Adelito's board. He is trying to maintain these clears here, playing a little bit of a risky board here. Gets what he finally wants and was able to maneuver that as these top level players can, but man, that would have stressed me out for sure. But that is letting Influx take the lead back again. But as you said, pill for pill, these two can definitely put in the work here and are doing that to keep this even.
Yeah, look at this double blue, perfect for Adelito.
Wow,
Big
yes.
drop combo, all the blues cascade perfectly. But both players are playing on high speed, so the tops of these boards absolutely a real danger. They might not be worried on all the previous levels, but once we start getting into 16, 17, this board is starting high enough up that one misdrop could set you back like 30 plus seconds on a even on a quick restart. But we are 15 to 16 now, 13 to 16. Adelito taking just the smallest of leads. He's setting up. He would love this yellow to drop onto it, so he would love the reds horizontally to do it. Influx is down to needing just a bunch of. He would love this yellow horizontal himself. Here it is. He has opened up the reds to be kind of sandwich cleared on the right. Going to use the blue instead. Yeah, he wisely recognizes that he is in a position where he needs blues more. Adelito down to just one virus, and so is Influx. 658, and then Adelito just one red pill behind. He's got to be careful. That's very, very high up.
Especially
He
being
really
at
didn't
this.
want to do that.
Wow. He maneuvered it, but that would have been detrimental to
That would
his
have ended the
tournament.
that would have ended the
Yes.
tournament if he had missed that. Absolutely, but he did not. But that did give Influx quite a bit of time to break into the top of this level. But very nice combo from Adelito to try to get through the top half of this board. He's going to set this blue up for a nice drop horizontal. Influx needing a little bit of yellow help here. He would love to get it in a T so he doesn't waste any. Here it comes. Gets it a nice big cross clear, clears it out. No garbage except that little bit on column 2. He's got about a 13 virus lead as he's about a third of his way through this level 17.
Yeah, and a misplay on Adelito's side. He shifted his pill over one too many columns, and but it isn't slowing him down. But goodness, I wonder if he's still kind of feeling that top of the board from his previous level there.
But look at this
Wonderful
drop
cross
combo.
clear on his end.
But look at this drop combo that Adelito is going to get with this red blue here.
Oh,
He
yep.
went 2 entire drop combo layers down as he has brought it back to within 6-7 viruses now. But Influx, the bottom of his board, looking pretty good. A lot of reds, but they're all set up in doubles. He's going to have to be careful that he doesn't waste any, but it's looking good for him. Adelito with a bunch of doubles as well, though. So if he can get down there with enough time, he can make a comeback. So it is still not over. Influx needing just a little bit of help with blue in that column 3. See if that slows him down either.
And you see
Nice.
he's trying to retain these these reds down here, and trying to have it clear, and the board is just not giving him what he wants until right then when he covered it up. So still needing that blue and red is Influx here to maintain this lead. Here it is. He's going to clear that in, yep, with the off-center fat log there. Now just needing some blue and some more red, but
Adelito is down to just 3, down to just 2. It's gonna be. Oh my gosh! It's gonna be down to the second. It's gonna be Adelito squeaking it out. The 9:39 is Influx got a blue draw at the worst possible time.
We are going to a decider, everyone.
Oh my gosh!
Oh.
Influx had sort of sacrificed everything needing a blue-red on the right side of that board. The blue-red didn't come for a little bit, and it ended up he wasted some pills trying to keep that offset fat log, and that extra few pills that he needed threw him into a blue rush or into a blue drought, and that gave Adelito just enough time to come back. Oh my goodness, Betty, we've got one more game.
We need to talk about how Adelito almost topped out in 16 to go from almost topping out to just continue to be able to make your brain think of the moves you need to make to bring down the board to actually come back and win that crown. That was amazing play. We are here for a decider. Get those caw-caws in chat. And these two players have been going through the gauntlet in this level bracket alone. So
absolutely,
we will see who will have the endurance to take this final crown.
keep in mind, both players suffering a big drought. It's just Influx's was at the end of 17, Adelito's was at the end of 16, which is what caused him to almost top out. So both players suffering some big time droughts here in the finals. So hopefully the doctor a little more cooperative, please. I would like to see one that doesn't have quite so many RNG heavy moments.
But
I
both of
really
the
want to see these
players,
players shine.
yeah, both of the
Yeah, both
players taking a
players.
brief, ooh-ah, get that center back, stretch out the fingers. Like they've been pressing down the whole time for the past 15, 20 minutes, however long we've been playing. Long time.
Oh, all these games are like 9+ minutes, and we've done 4 of them. It's
Oh, there you go.
40+
Quick math.
minutes. Yeah,
So we will see that both players got their readies in chat now, and so hopefully those fingers are back to being limber and ready, and their mental state back into winning at all costs. They got this, and we had our 3, 2, 1 and pills.
yeah. I did see in chat early match of the year candidate. Well, we still got one more game, so they got one more chance to really show you what they can do. Adelito really wanting that offset fat lug, very nicely done. Influx, nice tuck to put that red exactly where he needs. He doesn't have a use for yellow at the moment, opens up a little bit, but he's made some strategic garbage, possibly, although he could possibly use it as a drop combo. He's going to give himself the option if he gets enough, if he gets a double red, he could potentially use all of that. Adelito with a big drop combo of his own. Both players not stopping their combo game one bit. We've got fireworks early here in this level 14. Here comes the double
There we
red.
go.
Big drop
It's like
combo.
double red anytime for Influx is what he was thinking. But look at this setup. He has that red in column 1 that will be dropping down and getting some horizontal capabilities. Like he's always thinking one step ahead, and that's what he's taking right there. So beautiful playing by Influx and maintaining access to all of his viruses there. But look, a nice drop clear by Adelito. He has the capability of taking almost all of his reds across his board with the horizontal, given just this decides not to take it, but eventually he will. There we go. Wonderful clear by Adelito.
Yeah, Adelito setting up future plays because it was basically free. He just needed any red piece at all, and the red-blue helped set up the stuff on the left-hand side. So taking the advantageous pills as they came, and he needs just one more or 2 more, sorry, yellow pills. There's one, and here comes the second one. It's all going to drop. Adelito out at 2:05. Influx was out just sub 2 minutes, so it's about a 7-8 second game. As Influx clearing out some, making some quick garbage at the top of his board and then quickly clearing it out. The top of the board is, if you can stomach it, isn't a terrible place for garbage because you can clear it out so quickly, but it's really risky. These players are playing on high speed, and one misdrop and you could be restarting a level and losing 15, 20 plus seconds, even early in these games. But Adelito setting up for a nice red horizontal, possibly giving himself the option to it at least. Influx needing some red-blue help to clear out that right side of the board, as he has a bunch of garbage and needs a bunch of red.
Yeah, but look at this though. His his drop clear, and you can see again the forward thinking of Influx in order to maintain. Look at this, a job clear and everything exactly where it needs to be. But Adelito charging back, trying to make some good plays of his own, just always looking down the board is these two players, and never trying to get in each other's way or their own way. So
Yeah. In lieu of verses where you can get in each other's way, they have to avoid getting staying out of
in
their own way.
Yep.
Influx would love to clear out this blue as a big T. He is going to kind of sell out for it. Let's see how long it takes before he gets, because he needs another red blue. Okay, he's
Oh, that's not
kind of.
gonna.
Oh,
I don't.
that'll work though. As soon as he.
No. Oh.
Well,
A little bit.
I-
There
I
was
mean,
some cleaner
that
plays,
did
but that worked.
work.
That did
That
work
did work.
technically. From a
That's maybe
from
not
a versus
exactly what he
mind.
wanted.
Yeah. No trash to speak of on Influx's board, but Adelaide. Oh, did he mean to put that red there? I do not believe that was the case. That was a misplay, but just a slight one. It did not get in the way of Adelito clearing his board because there's the first blue that he had a capability for. Speaking of blue, though, Influx needing quite a bit, maintaining a pill half there with that L clear is Influx needing, getting a double blue instead and not taking the horizontal, decided to just do that vertically. We'll be joining Adelito at a 438.
Yeah, so I mean, the chase down is currently like 10 viruses here in the deciding game. Uh, Adelito doing some nice horizontal setups. Uh, he's gonna take a vertical there. He's gonna probably take this horizontal here. Very nice, clean play from Adelito. Although he does not have great color diversity currently, he's down to just one blue pill or one blue virus. He doesn't have a lot of blue viruses at all. A bunch of red and yellow, but he's setting up for this huge clear in the middle of his board. Meanwhile, speaking of huge clears in the middle of his board,
Yep.
nice big T from Influx as he is trying to make a dent into this deficit that he's facing. He's got quite a bit of blue on the top of his board. He really needs to deal with it in a hurry, or he might find himself quite a bit farther behind.
Yeah, and you can see that bit of yellow that is in his column 2 is giving a little bit of trouble, and now it's the piece of blue that is in the column 2 giving him a little bit of trouble. So he's not able to make those snappy plays, trying to puzzle through how to get that cleared is Influx. But while he's thinking through that, Adelito is just tearing through his board and trying to keep this lead going. About a I would say 15 or so virus difference is Adelito.
Yeah, and that really unfortunate misflip at the top, you can see it's still there, just like a sticking out like a sore thumb there on the top of Influx's column 8. He's gonna have to clear the yellows out from underneath it, and then almost have to leave that blue until the very, very end, is how I would imagine this happening. But Adelito at the bottom of his board, down to just 6 viruses remaining. Nice drop combo there. He would love to get those yellows out at the same time. He is going to sacrifice a pill to get the yellow horizontal while he has it. He's out at 653 into his final level. Influx is 16 viruses behind. He's really going to have to make a big time comeback. He's going to drop that column 8 and try to clear, try to keep making tuck clears. He's really up against it here. But Adelito, not a super friendly top of his board either. He's choosing to, and that's an intentional top out. He could have chosen to clear that on the left-hand side, but decided that he's going to take his chances with a bit of a lead and just reset and try a different board.
Yeah, we will see if that is the good option for Adelito. Right here, you see Influx getting a nice drop clearing out those blues, needing one more red and one more yellow to get back and get into this level 17 behind Adelito's massive setups that he already has going.
Yeah, and he would love a red blue. Here it is, gonna drop everything down. And then that'll clear out Adelito down to just one piece of garbage left out of everything he's got. But Influx is trying to storm back. He is absolutely. You could see at the top of Adelito's board, he was being very cautious, not really holding down. You know, making sure he was being efficient. Influx is doing no such thing. He is absolutely trying to storm back, shave every second he can because he has to. This is the final level of this tournament, and he has to make a big dent. He's 17 viruses behind.
Yeah, and he is Oh, I see. He was going to hold out for the blue yellow. He gets it right here. Look at this massive clear by Influx. Everything's set up. He needs this yellow and he's going to take it. But now he has this T set up with the blues. That is going to cause a little bit more drop time to be, on his board, but it does make everything kind of free and clear for him. This wonderful clear in his left-hand side of his board, just continuing to push down and now making this just a 4 virus difference between two.
Yeah. Remember when it was 17 viruses? That was 30 seconds ago. Keep up.
Yeah.
This game is changing every single pill.
We can't
every
even
single
keep up.
second. I can't keep up. I don't
Oh,
know how
wow,
they're
look
doing
at
it. Big drop combo from both players. Adelito down to 12. Influx down to 18. A nice horizontal from there. Influx down to his final 13. Adelito down to 8. He's got a horizontal setup here on the right-hand side. He's going to get out a blue. He's going to tuck that in there. Very nicely done. He is down to needing just a handful of reds. He's going to take the reds here, and he's got a yellow on the right, one red. This amazing end game from
Wow.
Adelito, completely free and clear, no garbage at the end of that board. 9:45. Influx is just about 10
Oh.
seconds back. 9:57. An amazing level 17 from Influx, but just not quite enough. Adelito is your January champion in a squeaker of a decider. 3-2. GG's, all 5 games were amazing, but Adelito coming out on top. He is your January champion.
Yeah, Ramsey, this was one for the ages and, game of the year in January potential. Yeah, these two have provided that. So, congratulations to both of our players. And I am looking forward to next month, as I hope all of you are as well. Any last words, Ramsey?
To everybody, thank you for an amazing opening to this year's competition. Some amazing PBs and quals, some big upsets, some, we had our 16 seed SP taking a crown off Adelito in round 1, sending that to his first decider in ages in round 1. We had all sorts of amazing moments throughout the tournament, and this final, a perfect capstone to it. I just am looking forward to what we all have in store for next month.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everybody. That will do it here for the DRMC January gold bracket. But look forward to more speed tournament next week when we continue on with our silver bracket. And for me, the other commentators, and our restreamer, the Dave, have a wonderful month, and we'll see you back next week.